What is up,
Hello.
everybody? This is going to be probably one of our last Gauntlet streams. Is probably 2 more weeks of it till the next set comes out. Maybe one
It's
more
winding
week.
down. I'll say that. It's winding down because so there's an embargo in place that's lifted the Friday before the pre-releases start.
So the pre-release is on the 9th?
The release is the 8th. The
Okay.
pre-releases are going to be like 1st, 2nd, and 3rd.
Oh, so
And so there's like an embargo that's up on like the 29th, which is like a day or two before the pre-releases start. It's like a Thursday or something.
We got like one more full week after this, right?
Yeah. So when the embargo lifts, then I think we could show cards and not get in trouble. I don't have cards in hand right now.
Mm-hmm.
It is my belief that cards are being shipped to the store sometime this week, though.
Okay.
So should be able to have access to the stuff for the date of the embargo, and I believe like I said, the embargo is like the 29th or something.
Oh, baby.
So it's like a couple days before the pre-release. You can actually buy cards at the pre-release this time around if you're stateside or UK. I think many of the EU people will probably have the same thing. Not to undercut Justin's deck intro here or whatever, but that's it was funny because yesterday I was at the store championship for my store, and people I hadn't seen in months showed up, and they're like, "We're waiting for the new set because we want to draft again." They hated the second set drafting. I forget that not everybody has the same response to frustrating gameplay activity that I do.
Or do you want to like run it back?
Yeah. That on stream, if I'm mad because I lost, I want to like play again and prove it, right?
Yeah, right.
I want to know. Right. It's like what happened? Why did this go wrong? I want to do this again. That's why I enjoy roguelikes, right? That's why I spend a good chunk of time playing roguelikes. Not everybody has that response. And maybe it's healthy if you don't have that response. I don't know.
I relate to that response.
Yeah, it's like, why did this go wrong? Let's try this again, right? Anyway, and so I felt like I was finally honing in. It was like a paper rock scissors thing. So you were like trying to build a deck that was like maybe part paper and maybe part rock, depending on what you were going to play against. And so it felt like like you would just, the leaders, I didn't like the way the leaders lined up. Like the one week I tried out Cad Bane, I played against like a Ray deck, and it's like,
it just shuts you down.
Yeah, and I'm like, I'll do a damage. And it's like, okay, well, above that guy.
Yeah.
And you're just like, okay, well, I guess my damage is irrelevant. Because the removal, the thing about the second set drafting was that the 2-drops and the removal were so much worse than in the first set. In the first set, you had a ton of 2-drops. And there was like some sort of removal, right? You had waylay.
You had like removal that could deal with a variety of different things.
Correct.
You had removal for almost every.
The removal was very situational or capture based. So you could like capture something, and it was good and limited. But as we've seen, capture is basically evaporated from constructed play. Capture was good and limited, but like your guy would die, then they get their dude back, and now you're in trouble again, right? So
yeah. So this deck, and I kind of started with that intro to say that we don't have many of these left with just set 2 stuff involved, and this is my last chance to play Vader Green before like stuff gets to the point where I don't think he can deal with it.
So I think Vader's actually, like, if you're playing like battle.
He's good, right?
Excuse me.
Also, if you play the sweeper.
Yeah. If you're playing against battle droids, Vader's picking those off.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And that's where they could deal with clones.
And it does appear as if you need to stay ahead of your opponent's units, because they can basically cash in a bunch of small units and then get something big with exploit, right?
Yeah. So I'm trying some stuff with this deck, such as some Bounty Hunter's Quarry, so kind of is like an extra hits for Vader unit. It's like baby Vader unit, and you're playing so much removal in here that you should be able to like stick a Bounty Hunter's Quarry on something early and then like cash it in a couple turns later or the next turn, sometimes same turn. I'm trying out the client because one of Vader Green's biggest weaknesses is healing and just dying to base damage before it can really get going.
Yeah.
Or just sort of even into the late game, it just is taking too much damage to to pursue. So
yeah, to
I think
cast
if you can
it's
get,
going to cost 5.
Yeah, so
but
I don't think you can afford to play this for 5.
yeah,
But I think you have so many ways to hit it off of the Bounty Hunter's Quarry and Vader. Looking at 10 cards, ideally, with 3 copies of it, you have a pretty good chance to see it.
and it's not like you don't have stuff to fall back on if you miss it.
Yeah.
I will say this sort of tech was used in a PQ winning Tarkin Blue deck. It was Tarkin Blue not playing the client, but was playing the Phantom TIE Fighter. Because the Phantom TIE Fighter has all the same conditions to hit off of Vader or Bounty Hunter's Quarry. So yeah, it was your goal was to hit that off of one of the other things. And honestly, it's so good against the control decks that you play it for 5.
Pay for 5 for that, for
you
sure.
play for 5 and you're immune to Power of the Dark Side. You're immune to Overwhelming Barrage.
The payoff for TIE Phantom is much higher than the payoff for
the
Client.
there might be an argument for you to try the Phantom.
Actually, yeah.
Yeah,
maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. So, not much else to say past that. I mean, we've seen Vader Green lists before. I'm trying out IG-11 in here because I kind of wanted a way to, or different targets for ECL that I could try out. Kylo Ren's there. I think you want to use your ECL to take out their leader, ideally. So Kylo Ren kills almost every leader. IG-11 has a lot of play, especially with his on attack deal 3 damage to a damaged ground unit. With Vader, you can kind of you can
set up something.
You can set up that damage. To
you can get the setup a twofer with IG. Yeah.
I'm playing the Kylo's Tile Silencer to take out A-Wings / just be a decent space threat. Punishing one's there for another way to take out ships. So.
Yeah, I mean, Punishing One just has so much synergy with Bounty Hunter's Quarry. It's just both ways, right?
Honestly, this could be a 3-up too.
Yeah.
Because it's just really good in this deck, I think. Because you have so much removal that you could just take out stuff that has experience tokens on it or anything like that. Not to mention, just a 3/4 in space is great. Starfighter for the space Sentinel, and then the Dark Trooper for the ground Sentinel. That's pretty much it. Otherwise, it's standard. Standard Vader Green. We've seen it a few times before. It's great. It's fun to play. It's going to lose to Sabine, but we accept that. It is what it is. But hey, I could feasibly eke out a win here. I think it's possible. I do think that if Sabine wins the aggro roll, I might have no choice but to just take the initiative roll.
You just take initiative turn. And
I might have to. Yeah, even if I have a 2-drop, maybe. I guess if it's like a silencer and you play an A-wing, that's different. But
yeah. If I had enough data points, we might come to a conclusion about how powerful the initiative is, like how powerful just winning the initiative is. If we had enough data points, I feel like I play a decent amount of the game to have an inkling that winning the initiative roll, if you're an aggro deck, is extremely powerful.
Like as Sabine specifically, I feel like I would like to know what the percentage of her wins on the stream are, having won the roll. I feel like it's pretty high. Because I know there were a few games where we were like, well, if she didn't win the roll, she would have been in a way worse position.
Yeah. That's a 9. I have the initiative. What do you know? Look at that!
Lovely.
What do you know?
I got a ramp too. The problem with Vader Green against Sabine is that your early game is not interacting.
Yeah, the ramp is like a kiss of death.
Yeah, well,
it's even though
you need to ramp, but you also need to not die to all the stuff.
You need a ramp. You need a ramp card. You need a ramp card so that if you're not under direct threat, you can then use the ramp card to get to the part where you can actually win the game.
Yeah.
Right. That's like the big problem. You can't not ramp because if you get Reinforcement Walker down, then you've won.
Yeah.
Right. But you can't take the time to ramp on curve. Like if you've got 5 resources and you ramp and you force choke something, that's pretty good. But you can't just not do anything on turn 3.
Okay.
Alright, we're gonna play an A-Wing.
I'm gonna play Salacious.
Become. I will take initiative.
I'll shoot you in the A-wing. And pass.
Oh. The possibility of plays are tessellating in front of me. All right, A-wing swinging in for 3. Let's get the damage in.
I'll resupply.
Fighters for Freedom.
Take initiative.
I'll do a damage to us both. Sabine.
Okay.
And pass.
All right. I'm gonna overwhelm barrage Salacious.
Sebaceous Crumb.
Sebaceous Crumb. I'll do 1, 2, 3.
All right. The Fighters for Freedom are gonna slap you for 3.
I'll hit him back.
Okay. I'll do a damage to us both.
I'll take initiative.
I will deploy Sabine. All right. So I've got Wing Leader, or I can play 2 2-drops. Wing Leader is 2 immediate damage because of Sabine. 5 damage gets you to 13. You would have to ECL to kill Sabine as your first action, which Kylo could do if she's a 7 power. You would have to kill her as your first action. And then I have a Wing Leader that could attack for 2, so that gets you to 15. If I play 2 2-drops, 3 puts you to 11. And you ECL, you can only deny me 2 damage. And then I get 3, so 17. So I think the 2 2-drops are better. Because you're at 5 resources right now, right?
Yeah.
Alright, so Sabine's going to attack you for 3. I'm going to play another Sabine. And then I'm going to play an A-wing. Alright. This gives me a split attack, right? Like, you can't answer at all. So, draw. Ooh. What are we resourcing here? Am I resourcing my damage, or am I resourcing... You know what? This card's overrated. I'm resourcing this card. I don't mind saying that card's overrated.
Alright. We will ECL the Raider into the A-Wing and do 2 damage to Sabine.
Okay. And 2 damage to my base.
And 2 damage to your base.
Okay. So I have 6 damage here. You are tapped out. 6 damage gets you to 17. So I am going to Wing Leader Sabine Leader. Your action.
Take initiative.
Sabine Leader is going to hit you for 5. And then I am going to Heroic Sacrifice Sabine Unit for 5. Getting you to 21. Oh, and I draw a card. Sick. I'll Daring Rage you for 2.
Okay.
I'm not expecting that. Okay, and that's that.
Yeah, that's that.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's...
What was the reason behind ECL over 30 health? Just trying something?
trying it out.
Experimentation?
Trying it out. I had for a cause.
I do think that in this particular deck, ECL, you need ECL to try to get you back into it. The 30 health base doesn't really, like, the extra health was not going to save me there.
Yeah, I don't think so. Because you would have been +3 damage. You would have been at 26 without the ECL.
Yeah.
What was the overrated reason? Poe Dameron. Great question, Poe Dameron. Overrated card. At least around these parts. I challenge you to go find a game where we've played Poe Dameron and he like mattered.
I think Sabine is like the main reason that Vader Green can't be a good deck in the meta.
I kind of agree with that too.
It's rough. It's really rough.
Yeah, I drew 2 Poes. I resourced them both that game.
If you just play a Poe, like that's great. I would love that shit.
Yeah, yeah. Tap out. Tap. Yeah, sure. He's a 6/6. Sure, he's huge. Sure, he does not damaging me this turn. He is not doing damage to me right now.
Yeah.
Poe is just a meat shield. Yeah, Poe is a big old... I mean, he's a beat stick, right? His on attack is pretty good, which is why he's so good with ECL. But if he's not getting ambushed, man, I think he's just... It doesn't do anything.
Just a guy.
He's just the dude.
Just a little guy. Okay.
This is Mulligan. Brought Vader EC Dell to a showdown each of the last 2 weeks just because it's fun. I got knocked out by Sabine in both. Yeah. Yep. There you go.
Dude.
Yeah.
I feel that.
Right there. There you have it.
Thank you, Squirt, for that.
Yeah.
For your insight.
Yeah, I wish I had played the Store Showdown I went to yesterday. I wish I was playing Gideon Yellow instead of Ray Yellow. I enjoyed Ray Yellow, but I think I like the Gideon Dell.
Took all the Boba Greens though. I think Vader Green does do well against Boba Green.
Felt like a vigilante. Stalking the
Hero,
streets,
Darth
keeping the city safe from Boba Fett's. I think it's just I heard from several people yesterday that they felt like the Boba Fett there's some sort of Boba Fett super PAC. It's an election year. There's a Boba Fett super PAC out there that's
funding Boba Fett players.
Yeah, it's funding Boba Fett propaganda. The banking guild, Wat Tambor and Sand Hill from the banking guild are paying for Jawas from off planet. I feel like I could do Star Wars right-wing grifter rhetoric all day. I don't know when I would get tired of it.
I mean, you could make that YouTube channel.
Yeah. Greedo. I'll play this Greedo who dies to getting pinged, I suppose. Oh, he's not. He's not. Excellent.
You can kill that guy if you want.
I will take initiative.
Pass.
I don't know. What am I playing around here? This matchup does feel bad already. I mulliganed. I played a Greedo, for no other reason than the grace of God. Is he alive right now? Greedo's gonna attack your base for 3. Nah, you can kill him. So, first time catching you on stream. Love the vids on YouTube. Thank you, Horse Radish.
Thank you.
Horst Radish.
I'll play Silencer.
All right. Well, I guess he's getting pinged. I'm gonna Viper Probe Droid, so we can take a peep there.
Resupply Vader, Reinforcement Walker.
None of these are surprising to me. None of those are impactful as of right now.
Shoot the Greedo.
Greedo's toast. Is this worth taking a shot? I don't think so. Oh, there's no reason to discard here. I believe. I'll take initiative.
I'll trade.
Sure.
I'll pass.
I'm guessing this card's gone. I'll play a Crafty Smuggler.
Knowledge for 3.
I will take initiative.
I'll resupply. I'll play Salacious. Heal 1. And pass.
Alright, the Crafty Smuggler is going to attack you for 2.
Yes, please steal our concept. That's why it's out there. It's all yours.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's... I mean, if you buy the cards in the quantities of that adults do for this game, you should end up with like the large portion of most of the decks, right? Especially in set 2, there was way less overlap.
I'm gonna return to ping.
Okay. Far less overlap in this set. 3 open. I'm gonna play Boba Fett parentheses unit.
I'll hit you for 3.
Okay.
Some chill Rob 1.
When enemy unit leaves play. Gotcha.
So Salacious did leave play.
Yeah, that was prior to me playing the Boba Fett though. It will matter for the purposes of Boba Fett, the leader here. I'm gonna pass.
Take initiative.
Sure.
Next round?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that was a gift. I want you to know that.
If I deploy Boba Fett there, you had 6 resources. If I deploy Boba Fett and you ECL Kylo into him, he dies. That's real bad. I
didn't have that. So
I am blown out.
I had a really shitty plays that turn.
I am absolutely blown out.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that much. You not spending 6 resources there, to me, I think I'm fine with it.
Okay.
I ain't got a problem with it.
Fair enough. I will...
Budget Red Mando's putting in work at locals. I can't buy this many cards. If you got a playtest group, right?
Take it for 3.
If people just share in the oh, I didn't resource a card. I need to do that. I guess this.
I was between playing this today or Bosk Green.
Boba Fett unit attacks you for 3.
But I went with this.
Cad Bane Green.
I'm gonna deploy Vader.
Let's no good to me dead him.
I'm gonna play Vader.
Okay.
And we'll look first. Let's grab Punishing One.
Okay.
I will ambush. I'll ambush the Crafty Smuggler.
Okay.
My thought process there is if I ambush Boba Fett, then your Boba Fett can kill my Vader.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, we're going to. Sorry, I'm being bombarded. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Let's All right. I got a waylay. What's getting sent back? I don't think it is Vader, comma unit, but Vader parentheses unit.
Mm-hmm.
That seems silly.
Punishing One.
Punishing One is the most likely target, so I think that's what I do. I'll send Punishing One back to your hand. I'll use Boba Fett, ready a resource.
Take initiative.
I'll deploy Boba Fett, parentheses unit, and then Boba Fett's going to attack your base for 4. And then
Ready to?
Yeah, I get it ready to. Unfortunately, I don't have a follow-up there, so I'll pass. Draw.
All right, we'll ECL the Kylo.
All right, and to the Fat Man.
Yeah, that Fat Man. Parentheses leader.
Parentheses leader. Fett, the base. What's that? Yeah, Fett base.
I'll take out Fett.
Okay.
How do you guys decide which decks to bring into the Gauntlet? Like the deck that's running the Gauntlet?
Yeah.
Whatever we feeling.
Yeah, whatever.
We want to try something new.
Yeah.
Or the decks that are in the Gauntlet?
I'm probably, this Wednesday, we're probably doing Tarkin Blue.
Tarkin Blue. He's cooking.
It's not me. It was I got shown a deck list, so this was like filtered through a couple people. But yeah, there was a PQ winning Tarkin Blue deck. That was running the 7 Fleet Defender, despite the fact not the Defender 7 Fleet, the Phantom Tie, despite the fact that it's off aspect because you can hit it off of Vader.
And Corey, which we talked about a little bit earlier in the deck.
I don't think it was playing Bounty Hunter's Corey, but I think it was like literally just to hit it off of Vader. And
okay.
So you.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So. Right. Yeah. The deck running against the Gauntlet. We just we pick something we like. So.
Take for 3.
Okay. Fire Spray hits you for 5.
I will take initiative.
All right, I'll pass. If yeah. I'll guess this is down there now.
All Reinforcement Walker.
Okay.
He'll
Found you guys on YouTube. Love the content.
Hey, thank you.
Good work. I appreciate that.
Welcome to the stream.
Thank you kindly. Fire spray is going to hit you for 5.
I'll attack you for 5 and shoot the fire spray for 2.
Okay. I'm going to new adventure the fire spray. Return a leader to my hand. Cost 6 or less. Then its owner may play for free.
I guess I lose.
I had that last turn, so if I had a way to get the Boba Fett trigger off, I could have. I think you had me out actioned, like you had more actions than I. You just didn't have a clean answer for it.
I have no answer to that. Yeah. Unfortunately,
I resourced another fire spray. I felt like to win the game, I was going to need fire spray to do like 10 damage.
I was trying to figure out what my fire spray answer was going to be, but
yeah.
I didn't find anything.
Waylaying on the punishing one ended up being the absolute correct call because you could crash punishing one plus the silencer into it.
Yeah.
And then at that point you're fine with it. Like, sure, you got 2 for 1, but who cares, right? Like
it doesn't matter.
The punishing one is what's going to beat you.
Right. The Vader's on the table where we're going to beat you regardless.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm dead in a number of turns.
Damn.
To them.
I almost had that one.
Yeah, that did not feel like a good matchup. I opted for damage every single chance that I could get.
Yeah, I mean, that was good.
We got a squirt gaming.
Thank you so much for that,
Prime Gaming.
Appreciate that.
Sub there. Thank you.
All right, green on green villain action. Ugh. This is kind of up in the air. Actually, Vader did have a decent matchup against Krennic in set 1.
Yeah, so it was on the back. The Krennic took it home. The tournament, though, right?
Yeah.
It's not an awful matchup. I think the problem is that the Vader deck doesn't have Avengers, right?
Yeah.
Like once you get to the point where the Avengers take over, so.
Yeah, this is canon. It has to happen. I think if you get a good Dr. Pershing out that draws you like even 1 card, it's probably really, really, really bad.
Yeah.
It's probably really bad. Because the way this matchup goes is you're both kind of in the same boat as far as cards. Vader does not get extra cards.
It's like who lines up better. Like if you can get an overwhelming barrage that kills a decent sized threat and then buffs your dude to kill another thing, then you're in like really good shape, right?
Mulligan that.
So I don't have a 2-drop here, but I think I keep this hand regardless. Because it has the late game stuff that I want. Right? I'm not gonna be like scratching my head. Where's my Darth Vader unit? Right? It's in my hand right now. So I may as well keep this hand. It got one piece of ramp. I don't have a 2-drop, but it's not like the Vader deck kills you on turn 4. Right. So I guess I'll throw that away.
Roll. 6.
A 4. You've got initiative.
The silencer. I do like silencer here. It fits in really well.
Silencer is just a good card.
Yeah.
And I think silencer gets better in the next set because of that yellow card. It's like it goes in every yellow villainy deck now,
Kylo
right?
Yellow plus silencer.
You play what's it called? Unmasking the Conspiracy.
Yeah.
It costs 1. It's unmask. It's like the magic card unmasked. Just
literally unmask.
Yeah. You discard a card. You look at your opponent's hand. You discard a card. On 3 resources. You play that card, you strip their this is a scenario where playing nothing, taking the initiative on the first turn could be correct. Yeah, they'll play a 2-drop, but you strip the card they want to play, or you do something else big and then follow it up with a tie because you discarded a silencer like that. Oh man, that seems so sick. I don't know the math on the exact like you
Having
drew
both of
these.
those?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you drew these. This is X percentage of the time. You designed your deck to do this thing. You'd have 8 cards to look at. I suppose you could play either prepare for takeoff or prepare for takeoff screen.
It's just too slow. I think if you're trying, if you want to hit it every time, I think you hit it. If you hit it, great. If you don't, you're still ripping a card, and you're getting rid of something that you don't care as much about.
Yeah, Palpatine's return is better now because of that too, right? Because now you can pitch something big. So this game is going to take the errata approach or the banning approach for problem cards. Probably banning. I think banning. In TCGs, I think you just ban.
Because errata's too
errata's kind of confusing. Just ban it. The only reason you should errata a card is if I'm taking the initiative. Now that we're like 10 minutes into that explanation, the only reason you should errata cards is if the card functionally does not work the way, like the rules do not allow the card to function the way it's supposed to, or the way the way that you are supposed to intuit it.
Yeah.
Right. In the LCGs, it was fine to errata stuff, to change stuff, because the presumption is that everybody's going to have every card. In a TCG, though, I think you just take a banning approach. So, Legend status like Fab, yeah.
I actually hate that. I hate it.
Oh yeah,
I did not like that. It would sort of work for Star Wars, but like, what if like every Vader leader that ever existed was legended, right? And then you can't play Vader anymore.
The thing is, there's so many leaders in this game.
Mm-hmm. It's not like there's like 4 a set. There's like 18 a set.
Yeah, yeah. In Fab, you've got 3 to 4.
Yeah.
And in this game, you're getting 18 leaders a set. I think it's probably just lack of imagination at some level, fundamentally. If every tournament just devolves into Sabine versus Boba, people aren't.
That's
trying.
The player's problem.
We had a 6-player tournament. Everybody had played in a big PQ the day before. Everybody played off meta decks in that tournament. There was 0 Bobas, 0. There was 1 Sabine, but it was like Sabine mono red.
That's acceptable.
So, whatever. I will resupply.
I'll hit you for 3.
I'll take initiative.
I'll play a punishing one. So we'll see. I did not get a ramp, which is potentially a problem.
Is the game going that long? Can I win the game without playing Devastator? We'll see. We'll see. Just run out Krennic.
I'm kind of surprised by the amount of leaders. I think they could have gotten away with doing like 1 leader in each combination per set. But they opted for 2
settle
plus.
for that. And now we got wacky leaders.
Yeah.
The door is open. Palpatine makes leader design crazy, right? What if you have a leader who starts the game as a unit and then when he dies it becomes an ability?
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah, I don't
like
know.
Obi-Wan?
What? Yeah, you gotta go. Force Ghost leader?
Mind blown. They have to be like he can't attack or something. And has
something like that.
Yeah. Space leader. Yeah.
The wackier, the better. Absolutely.
No, that was really.
So
impressed.
I think that Force set is called Jump to Hyperspace.
Jump to light speed.
Jump to light speed. What do you think? You think Space Leader's in that set? Because I think so.
I think so.
I think it makes sense. You've got a full year of Palpatine to open up the door for all kinds of stuff, and you got a full year of ground leaders, and then you do a full set of space leaders. Awesome, sick. Give me General Solo. Give me General Calrissian in the Falcon. Right, that would be dope.
Hell yeah.
It gets Lando as the leader. You deploy the Falcon as the unit instead.
It's just the Falcon.
It's just the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah.
Right. Like that. That'll be fun.
Man, yeah, that's cool actually.
Where's the Jar Jar leader of the Gungans? He was getting mad disrespected by FFG. I'll say. I suppose I'll overwhelming barrage the punishing one. I guess.
I'll play a Seasoned Shore Trooper.
He's not ramping yet. Any reason to leave your units alive? I think not. I think I'll just have Krennic kill the shore trooper. And then I restore 2.
Yeah, I'll take initiative.
I will pass.
I shall overwhelming barrage.
All right, I'll power the dark side up.
Take initiative.
I'll pass. I resourced a super laser tech there.
That would be nice to play.
And I wish I had had it to play, but say I love you. I think it's time to resource that.
Seven.
Oh yeah. Bad draw for Palps. So I think you're gonna end up. You're yellow, so you get to play. You can play Waylay. Like you get access to like a lot of really good neutral yellow cards, right? Like you get to play Surprise Strike regardless of which side he's on. So
I'm gonna pass.
Pass. Interesting. Here, boom, Vader. And 10 cards. 10. Let's slap down a phase 3 Dark Trooper. I have a Pershing there who's tempting, but I think the phase 3 Dark Trooper shuts down your ECL options.
Let me take it.
Decipher Lord of the Rings decks? Yeah, because you're playing half the time you're playing villainy, half the time you're playing
I will ECL into it.
Okay. Half the time you're playing villainy, half the time you're playing other stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll take initiative.
I'll pass.
I'll have Vader fight color.
Okay.
Trying to figure out a way around not doing that, but that's where we're at.
Yeah.
Gideon will get even better the next set. Yeah, Gideon could be disgusting, right? He could snowball crazy. That side is broken and Gideon comes out versus tokens. Yeah. So, I mean, you could play like the most disgusting control deck that's ever existed, right?
I'll Raider and shoot.
Reinforcement Walker. I'll just gain 3. I don't think Inferno 4 is going to gain me anything. So
I'll shoot it and
Spark, Waylay, Mask. Yeah. Bamboozle. Yeah. I'll take initiative.
Play Vader. Hit you for 5. Do 2 to the Walker.
Okay.
And pass. It's a 3 on it, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Just 3. Just 3. Yeah. I'll have the Walker fight Vader.
For 7.
Yeah. And then I'll discard Timely Intervention and gain 3.
Alright, I will hit you for 5 and shoot the walker.
I'm going to Timely Intervention another walker. So played. I'll draw this one. I'll attack Vader. I'll discard Gideon and gain 3.
I'll Overwhelming Barrage.
Alright, I'll take initiative.
I'll hit you for 6. I'll play a Dark Trooper. And I'll pass. You have not ECL'd?
That's correct. I'll ECL Gideon into the Dark Trooper, and then he'll buff himself.
I'll hit you for 4.
Okay. I will power the dark side.
Alright, so 2 and...
yeah, 2. And I'll buff Gideon.
I'll play a Vader unit. We'll get punishing one. I will not ambush.
Okay. I'll take initiative.
I'm going to ping and shoot you for 1, and then force choke Gideon and ready the punishing one. Attack you for 3.
I think I'm dead.
And then pass.
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay.
It was the turn I flubbed
The super laser attack?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Flubbed the super laser attack turn.
Whew.
Most of the string. Yeah, I'm sorry, man.
I kept it canon. It's fine.
We get started Eastern time. We get started between 5 and 5:20 or so. Depends on traffic for me getting here. And then depending on the deck, Sabine plays pretty fast. Yeah. Sabine plays fast. So that game is usually less than 20 minutes. It's probably less than 15. Depends on how much preamble, because we'll go over the deck for a bit at the beginning of the stream. And then the Boba deck sometimes is fast, sometimes is slow. The Krennic deck usually takes a while.
Yeah, if it's winning, it's going to win later.
This Han deck is a big old question mark.
Yeah.
This Han deck should probably, I think, to reflect the environment of this Han deck, should probably mutate into Rey Red.
Okay, yeah.
Rey Tarkin Town.
You're probably right. I think it is better.
It's probably way more consistent than this deck, but I think that seems to be the meta consensus. Blue-red hero deck is Rey Tarkin Town. That's the one that's been putting up numbers, at least at PQs. So
it's pretty good.
Apparently, there was like an Atlanta crew, and I'm not familiar with them at all. That went to the PQ. All my PQ knowledge, my local PQ knowledge, is laundered through my coworker who went. I was forced to work, so I didn't get to go myself. But apparently, there was 2 Ray Reds in the finals. There's a guy who had a Palp yellow deck that was interesting. So
take care, Dafthauser.
Goodbye, Dafthauser. Thanks for stopping by. This matchup is a big old question mark.
Yeah, I have no idea actually.
I think like a well-timed pillage, like you ramp.
Pillage would be probably pretty bad for me.
Yeah. Like pillage, you ramp by pillage on the next turn. It's just like what? This easy.
What's up, Farquaad?
Easy.
Okay,
Let's get rid of that.
Was working late. How's Vader feeling? Vader is it feels the same, and it just loses to Sabine. So there's that. You just lose to Sabine. If Vader had a way to not lose to Sabine, I think it would be in a great position. You could probably tailor it to the meta. Otherwise,
you actually have the initiative.
I will take initiative.
Oh, A-wing. Pass.
I'll resupply.
Attack you for 3.
I'll take initiative.
Right. So I can. This is a Han red question here. I've got 3 resources. I've got a Yoda. I got a Kanan, and I have the aforementioned pillage. Right. This is my hand and a card that I'm not going to reveal right now. So my hand is these 3 cards. What do I play here? Do I play the Kanan with the Han discount because he hits for 4, despite him being slightly weaker? The thing about the Vader deck is I feel like the damage on your units is almost irrelevant because they will always be able to find some way to kill it. Right? And I would rather have the 4 attack because that is more threatening faster. Or I could play the Yoda, which could draw me a card when it dies. Kanan probs because of ECL. Yeah, so pillage is the next turn, right? I'd probably just pillage next turn. It depends on what's going on, but pillage. I could sandbag the pillage for like a little bit longer, right? Just so that the number of cards in his hand is lower and try to hit him at the right time with it. So I'm gonna go with Kanan, but I felt like this was like an interesting thing to at least bring up discussion wise. So I'll use Han to play Kanan there. Okay. So I was leaning Kanan because I value the 4 attack. So and it's like tempting for him to ECL, right? Draw 2 resource. This. You love the mill with Kanan. Pillage is best when you can combine with Force Throw or K2. You'd sit on it. Kanan, we chat's popping off with this discussion here. Kanan to threaten both Arena and force Vader to deal split threats. Okay, that's a good point. All right. Threatening both arenas is really good against decks that are mid-rangey or control, right? Because they can't just like put one thing out in one arena and let it take over the game, right? So, well, the mill Kanan can be very disruptive. The mill from Kanan can give you information, right? Because you can end up milling something, and now you know the opponent has that in their deck, right?
Super laser tech.
Super laser tech, not ECL'd, because you could have ECL'd there.
It's very, very, very tempting
to ECL there.
Yeah, I can't show you my hand.
Okay.
To explain why.
Okay. So we're gonna get Kanan in there. I think Kanan's just gonna attack for 4.
And discard a card.
Kanan doesn't die to ECL. Clank's feeling like a genius, right? Yeah, discard 1. You're a Black Sun TIE Fighter. I heal for 1. I have taken no damage. Feeling like a genius with that call.
Helping the A-Wing and your base.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll ping Kanan in your base.
Okay.
That way Seal or SLT could take it out, potentially.
All right. A-Wing's going to hit you for 3.
I'll take initiative.
I'm going to jam down Sabine Wren. And then we're going to Han in Yoda. So this was not brought up, but a two drop and a 3 drop with Han on the next turn is a reason to keep the Yoda, right? I've got other A-Wings, I've got Sabines, right? Those are reasons to keep the Yoda around for the following turn, right? You use you're getting to leverage your leader power, right? The leader powers are powerful. That's why they're on the leader. Okay, so I'll pass now.
All right, LECL IG-11 into Sabine and do 3 damage to Kanan.
Okay. I'm getting twofered. As coordinate is active, not anymore. Coordinate's offline. Coordinate is gone. Crab Brave. I've taken 1 damage on my base. Yoda is dead here. Let's attack with Yoda.
Let's attack Yoda.
Okay. I choose myself to draw a card. I will swing 3.
Deploy.
I'm gonna play Poe because you can't just ignore him.
I'll hit you for 5 and do 2 to Poe.
I'll take initiative.
I'll force choke Poe.
And a draw.
A-Wing is actually the bane of Vader's existence.
Yeah.
That's so much damn damage.
Captain Piet, like, quote tweet. Tell me about it.
Could have attacked IG with Yoda to prevent the SLT from resourcing.
I could have, yeah. I value the damage on the base, though. So
yeah, because against Vader especially, like, the damage just sits there.
Yeah. Tends to stick around. Okay, I suppose this unit is probably just toast. I suppose. Right. Let's just Rivals Fall Vader. Another card that's doing him no favors.
I'll open fire the A-Wing.
Okay. I'm just gonna take initiative.
I will attack you for 6.
Yeah. Ow.
I'll play a Black Sun Starfighter. And pass. You know what I haven't gotten to do is Bounty Hunter's Quarry at all.
Not once.
I think I had the opportunity to play against Sabine, but you know.
Yeah.
That's like, I can't make that play. I can't take the time to play that card against Sabine.
Alright, I am going to pillage you.
I'll discard a Ruthless Raider and IG-11. I will play Reinforcement Walker. discard, open fire. Heal 3.
I'm gonna use R2 to, use Han to play R2. Take a look at the top card. That's going under.
Alright, I will attack you for 6 and shoot R2.
Oh yeah. I guess that happens.
It does.
We can get Han out there. But I could like use Han to Crate Dragon on the next turn. I don't have a Crate Dragon, but I could play a Crate Dragon. I die to what you got going on. Boskus red green. Yes,
it
yes.
is set 1 Vader green with set 2 stuff in it.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Let's just take initiative, I guess.
Okay, I'll hit you for 3 and pass. I felt like I could win this game early, but when we got to this guy, he's actually impressive. I like him.
This guy won the game.
This is a card also we have not really played on stream, so I wanted to play him.
Yeah,
that's another reason for running the ECL.
Yeah,
and he fits very well with Vader.
This is like draft experience, right? Like I'm playing Han Red, my opponent plays an IG-88 and crushes me.
Yeah. IG-11.
You resource nothing.
Right.
I think I'm dead here. I'll redemption. I have to heal. Redemption heal 4.
I'll let you for 6.
Sure.
I'll draw that.
I'll deploy Han. I should have traded Han for this IGA-11 like 4 turns ago, but I didn't.
I feel like last turn it might have made sense to do that.
I've been paying for it ever since.
I'll attack you for 6.
Yeah. I'll take initiative.
Okay. I'll play a Death Star Stormtrooper. I will ping you and Han. I will force choke Han. I'll play a Dark Trooper.
I have these force throws in my hand, and I
trash.
was like an action short.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean Yoda died. I resourced my other Yoda, so that was maybe Vader popping off.
Let's go, Vader.
I think I played that game really badly.
We finished strong.
I think I played that game really badly, But I'll figure it out.
I
had a covert strength that I probably should have used somewhere along the way.
If Vader can like get a foothold on the board, it's really hard to take it away too, right?
Yeah.
It just he does not start with a foothold.
Let's see. I resourced a takedown. 2 takedowns in this Han. So I had a takedown and I resourced it, and that's probably the mistake, right? Because I felt
could just take the IG-11 out.
Yeah, and then I would have been in like great shape, right?
Yeah.
So I think I misplayed that game horribly. I love nothing more on this stream to invalidate Justin's wins.
Yeah, if you could just sound off in the comments about how bad Nathan is at this game, that'd be great.
No, I think the last time we had a comment talking about how bad somebody was, it was you.
Yeah, that's true.
So
I want them to share the love.
The secret 5th game against Hera Hunter.
No secret 5th game.
I don't know why they printed the Hera hate card, the brain symbiotes in the next set.
Wait, what do these do?
The brain symbiotes make leaders lose abilities and they can never gain abilities. So if you play
God.
So if you play the brain symbiotes, you can't play your Spectre dudes out of aspect.
She has to be out of unit though, right? She has to be out as a unit to play that on, right?
No, it's leaders, like leader cards, No, brain symbiotes is a creature that just has that as a static effect.
Good God.
No, it's a 2/4 for
Yeah.
4. I don't actually think the card is good, but
Like,
I do
is it
think
playable. Maybe
I do think it is
sideboardable?
a hateful card.
It's sideboardable if there's something that happens.
Yeah. It feels like a safety valve
Yeah.
to me. That's what it feels like. We're gonna print this card so that way there is some sort of leader answers somewhere out there.
Does
right?
it mean it shuts Palp down pretty hard?
Yeah, funny enough. But I think that the thing is you have so many answers.
You have stuff to do, and the Palp deck does probably play like tons of answers. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
So the thing about the Palp deck, the thing about Palpatine as an ability is it does everything. It creates units, it does damage, it gains health, it draws cards. Right?
It's wild. Yeah.
Like regardless of what your favorite thing to do in a card
Those are
game
all
is.
the things.
Yeah, that covers a wide swath of the possible potential things to do in a game. So like you could make a dirtily control deck with Palpatine and it's good. It's different than the Iden.
He's his own engine.
Yeah, it's different than the Iden shells because the Idens are like, I'll gain life for killing your dudes. He's gaining life for your dudes dying, right?
Yeah.
And like you could you can have overwhelming barrage in a deck that also has like the Falcon in it, right? Like it's crazy. I'm looking forward to
the brewing is I wouldn't know where to start.
Yeah, there are a lot of people who are like, I'm gonna leave it to people smarter than me to build this deck.
Yeah.
So
some big brain person is gonna make a crazy Palp deck.
Yeah.
I'm quite sure. It ain't gonna be me.
Next, the board presence that having a leader unit gives you, but somebody will figure out how the math works on that. Yeah. So unlike Cody's you gotta attack with a unit to generate a clone. I don't know why you have to pay 2 for that.
2 seemed
2 is very steep.
Rough. Yeah.
2 is very steep. However,
I could see where in playtesting 1 would be too.
1's probably way too powerful.
Too powerful,
right?
yeah.
Like you play your 2-drop. Next turn, you attack, you make a 2/2, and then you play another 2-drop.
Yeah, and then your board's just like
coordinates online. Just look at that, right? Like
that's it makes sense from a balance perspective, but it would feel bad to me.
Yeah,
running a deck that has to pay 2 every turn for a leader ability.
Yeah, there's the red 3-drop that puts a clone token into play. It's like a 2/1 that puts a clone token into play. There's a lot of go wide stuff that can happen in the set. Plus, I think Cody's like a trooper. There's a card called Precision Fire that it was in the first set. It costs 1 red. It says attack with a trooper. I think it says attack with a unit against Saboteur. If it's a trooper, it gets +2/+0.
I think that's correct.
So that's like lots of what you play Heroic Sacrifice for, with the added benefit of it getting Saboteur, which
huge.
Is either get rid of shields or ignore Sentinel, which is very powerful. And so I was playing Precision Fire in the Gideon Trooper shell from like 1,000 years ago, that has not resurfaced on stream because I just don't think you can't. It's not like Magic. You can't just play 1-drop, 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 2-drop,
and then
and win the game.
Yeah.
Because this game, the power of units just gets better as you go further up the curve. So you can have like and overwhelming barrage exists. I've heard some people say that overwhelming barrage in the first set might have been a mistake, and I don't know that that's true. Overwhelming barrage is such an innocuous card coming from other card games. You look at this and you're like,
it costs 5.
A 5-cost sorcery.
Yeah.
What? Right? No, I do think like somebody might point out in the comments later, like you're talking about playing Overwhelming Barrage and Palpatine, you don't have a leader, and that might be correct. Like Overwhelming Barrage might be garbage in the new Palpatine deck because you don't have a leader that's a guaranteed body that you can Overwhelming Barrage from, right? I'll buy that argument. That's completely reasonable. I don't know that green is like the best thing to combo with him, but green does seem to be the one that lets you deploy the most.
He's making units, but like those units also aren't good.
Yeah,
at getting Overwhelming Barraged.
I think it would be funny to make a deck with all the Jedi with Palpatine.
Yeah,
and
you
then
can make a Sith and Jedi deck,
and then we can order 66 them.
Yeah,
to create a bunch of clone trooper tokens, so that we trigger our Palpatine.
Yeah,
that would be fun. That would be fun.
The theme deck.
Is there something that lets us get damage when our units die to their opponent? there's the defensive Camino card.
Where that heals you on attack or on death.
Well, the clone, I don't know, the clone commander's flip side says your clone units gain when defeated. You restore 2 health from your base.
Oh, right.
I don't remember what the indefensive Camino card does.
It gives them all restore 2.
Okay, and then I think it has something when defeated too.
It does have
right?
when defeated, and it was good. I don't remember what that was. Did we have all the cards from the set yet? There's like a few things missing still, right?
Like your mind is going. Yeah, need blood artist effect, right? Mm-hmm. Right, that's what we need.
Maybe
we need something.
Krell.
So Krell is double green.
He's double green.
So that's a problem. He is a Jedi though, so you can't order 66 him.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. We need to go back and look.
Soon it will be time to brew the set.
Yeah. The stream will devolve into Palpatine decks. I'll just be playing a different Palpatine deck every week.
That'd be fine. That's cool.
Actually, yeah. I think like I was talking about how the Anakin leader is like the aggro leader to end all aggro leaders, because your opponent is trying to kill you. You could do like an Anakin brew kind of similar to this Han Solo brew. And so you're doing 2 damage to your base to like attack with Yoda. And so you're restoring the damage as you go. And your opponent is trying to kill you, right? Your opponent has to kill you to win the game.
To you, yeah.
So your Anakin leader is going to come out at like 7 or 8 power. And so he is going to hit like a truck. So
I'm excited about Anakin. I'm excited about a lot of new leaders. Does the set looks really good.
Yeah. If you just showed up, we've been talking about the Palpatine leader for a good chunk of the stream.
So watch the VOD.
But yeah, I think Mace is a cool leader. Quinlan Voss, that dude, that guy is a leader. Boba Yellow will destroy him, but you like playing him against everything else. You think Boba Yellow will destroy Anakin? Yeah, maybe. Right. Sabine sounds like a fun, very fast game. Yeah, right. So the Sabine deck's trying to kill you, and you're playing Anakin, and all they've done is made you more powerful.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people want to brew with the Yoda leader.
There's just a lot of creativity that went into the leaders of the set.
Yeah.
Very impressed.
They're sick.
Yeah.
Honestly, the Yoda, the reflection or whatever that attachment is, it costs 1. You name a card, if it's the card that's on top of your deck, you get to draw it. That card and R2, that card and C-3PO, like turn 1 you play R2 and then you play reflection. R2 is now a 1/6 that draws you a card every turn.
You can probably play that in a raid too.
Silver Metal Tavern.
Thank you. Welcome.
Rating of the party 11.
Well, you're right in time.
You're right in time for us to kill the stream.
Let's find someone else to raid, I guess.
Yeah. We'll pass it. We'll pay it forward. Yeah. What else is going on in the board game?
Yeah, let's find some board gamers.
What are you guys playing? Silver Metal Tavern.
They're playing Wild West. Oh, cool.
Okay,
cool.
Nice.
Let's raid Time Roller. How about that?
Oh yeah.
Thanks for watching, everybody.
Yeah. Raid some Time Roller.
We'll be back.
Time Roller rolls through here all the time.
Yeah, we'll be back on Wednesday with some more Star Wars. So hope you enjoyed. And let's see.
I think Time Roller's 1L, right?
Time Roller.
You go look at the thing.
Yeah,
double check.
Sure.
1L. Right. Time Roller. So.
All right, thanks for watching, guys.
Yeah, appreciate everybody hanging around.
And we'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Goodbye.